Hello folks, in this video we're going to go over the timer class. It's an object-oriented timer you're going to use in your program. What I've done is I've written out sort of a skeleton for you where I'm putting in a bunch of comments about what to call these particular variables and what you'll need to put in each of the methods. And I'm just going to go through this with you, and I'll go through the logic of the program with you too. This is a timer class. You will give it an argument that's the amount of time for it to time, and it will return true once that time is up and false otherwise. It needs two methods. You need getStartTime and checkTime. Your variables you'll use inside the class are startTime and runTime. StartTime is just going to keep track of the moment when you start the timer. So whenever you restart this timer, it's going to say, okay, this is the moment I'm starting it. And then runtime is going to say, how long do I want to keep timing for? Okay. So in the constructor here for your object, you're going to assign the value from the temp amount to time, or temp amount to time, to the runtime variable. Okay, so you only need one line here. It's actually pretty simple. I just don't want to type it in for you. Don't make it harder than it is. Right, now in the two methods, getStartTime, this one also is pretty simple. This is just another one-line thing. You're going to get the current time using the command millis and assign that to the variable start time. That's it. Now, in this method, in checkTime, this one's a little bit more complicated, so I've written out the logic for you. And the logic goes like this. If the current time, which is given by millis, is greater than the start time plus the amount of time the timer was supposed to run for, return true. Otherwise, return false. Okay, so you got an if-else statement there you'll need to make. And you'll notice down here I have it say return false. And that's just so that if you go and you play around with this program, if you don't have return true or return false in here when it expects a Boolean return type, it's going to throw an error, and that'll just bug you. So once you have your returns in here of your own, you can delete this one. All right, this is a temporary placeholder so that you can work without every single time having an error. Okay, and I'll show you what this might look like. Okay, and I have a little demo program. Whoops. So here I have a little demo for you. And this is it. This is the whole program, except for the timer class. Okay, and this one I've just implemented already. Whoops, we don't need that. And here's what this does. It declares a new timer called T. It initializes it with 2000 milliseconds, so it's going to time for 2 seconds. And then at the beginning of the program, it says get the start time. Okay, so it'll get a time when the program starts. Now in the draw loop, we're going to shade in the background based on this integer shade. Now, if checkTime, if that method from before, if that's true, then let's increment shade by 50, so it should get brighter. And then, so that we can time another 2 seconds, we're going to run the getStartTime method again, which should reset the timer. Okay, and so this is the logic of this. When you look at all this stuff, it's probably a little confusing. When you're looking at this, you know, this probably isn't too bad. Okay, and when we run it, see it starts out black, gray, light gray, and it should go on to white, and then it just gets weird, right? Because you know that you're not supposed to put in colors above 255. So then it turns blue, which, it shouldn't even turn blue with one value there. Okay, so there you get the idea of how to do this assignment, and it might be a little more challenging than some of the other things that you've done, but this will be a useful thing you'll do for all the independent projects you do on your own. Okay, so your assignment is to implement this program where you get something like this to happen, something really simple where whenever the timer is up, something new appears, and then it resets the timer. Okay, so that it can keep happening. And I'm not worried about it turning blue after it, goes past that. I just want to make sure that my timer works over and over again. That's all I care about. And that's your assignment for this video. Good luck, and I'll see you next time.